Salute to Fontigolo. One of the best MCs ever. Best lyricists ever. I'm saying that. D.J.S though, hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Quick weekly recap. I'm back with another weekly recap. This time we're talking about the main event of the recent big event that happened. Salute to TBL. Great look. The shot was beautiful. The staging, everything was shot nice. Setup was perfect. Salute to them. Takeover Battle League is taking over. To a certain degree, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get into this battle, man. Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook. Did it live up to the hype? Was it as good as everyone expected it to be? A lot of back and forth. The face-off was fire. This was actually a good battle. Gotta keep it tall. It was a good battle. Very good battle. A strong battle, if you want to call it that, right? Let's just start with that. I see a lot of who people think won, and the way they're making it seem, I can't fully agree with that. I gotta keep it tall. I can't fully agree. I don't see it after watching it multiple times. And I got some of the lines. I don't see it the way a lot of people are seeing it. Not everyone's seeing it that way. But this literally was not nobody, and I don't think this was a 30. I don't think this was that. I think they both bought it. They both had good material. They both had moments. One thing I will say, as I go through the rounds, I think there could have been a few more haymakers on both sides. I think there was a lot of talk on both sides. But let's get into it, man. First round, Hitman lost the coin toss. He had to go first. Mook chose him to go first. Hitman has a good first. His first is a dope first. I see a lot of people saying A, B, and C, but I think this first round was a dope first round. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Out the gate, the swing on me, seeing you where your mama at, all that. The ICU, you're better in empty rooms. All that was dope. All that was dope. More alike than you think. Both got a nose. He was dope. Spoke on certain angles, the math angle. Shop the barbershop. Ice Cube production, all that was dope. He had a good first round. He had a couple dope pockets he got into. The Us pocket that he got into was dope. That was dope. That was dope. They used his numbers for them to get to BET. I feel like they both were in that bag speaking about each other. They were both in that bag. So I feel like the first round is actually might be kind of close. Four fronts, all that. The Hot 16, all that. Did a song with him, all that. The what's your MO? Okay then. All that was kind of cool. All that was kind of cool. Hurt to have to talk to a person who paved the way and talk to him like this. All that was dope to me. All that was dope to me. He spoke on him putting money in the culture and all that, which all that is true. All that is true. Hitman's first is dope. Hitman's first is dope. This is what we should have seen a little bit more of. I'll burn this bitch down. Since you don't want to pass the torch, light him while he's holding it. The performance and everything he did with that was smooth and it was dope. I think that's what a lot of people are expecting a lot more of. They were waiting for a man what and all that. Violin flow and all that. I think they were waiting on certain things because it's a big stage. But he still had a dope round to me. He still had a dope round to me. The connect, the dots, all that stuff was cool. Kimbo Slice, when you went in your backyard, those are cool. Dope first. Mook's first though, I felt was just as dope. Just as dope. Domesticate him. I seen Hitman speak on this line, but I guess for me, because I'm a DJ, I liked it. I'm the A side, you're the B side. Put that on the record table. I'll put that on the record. Dope. The 3 L's was kind of okay. That was all right. The pre-Tinder swipe right and all that. That made all that. That made or whatever it said. That was dope. Picture of your placenta and all that. Again, that just goes back to how Hitman would be talking about his numbers being able to send URL to BET and him getting millions of views and all that. Well, it's the same thing, just in a different way. I'm here first, so I'm gonna talk a lot about me being here first, and y'all had to watch me, and I birthed you and all that. So they're both speaking on what they brought, one prior to, one after, pretty much. Cancel each other out, in my opinion. Cancel each other out, in my opinion. Both of them are dope and both have their meaning. And both of them are real. Can't go around it. As I said, the picture of your placenta, the birth you, that was cool. The been on my D and all those type of bars. Definitely not feeling all those. The real McCoy, all that stuff was dope. The Ease the Block Captain, shit that he referenced. When I'm against in front of the dude who says easy when he stopped rapping, all that was dope too. I'm not gonna lie, all that was dope. I'm not gonna front. The fabric scheme they did with the cashmere, ended with the cashmere and all that, that was dope. This first round is kind of close. I might edge it to Mook, but I feel like this one's kind of close. I think there's a few more haymakers in there, and that's due to the Hitman impersonation and stuff like that. That's your 5th flaw, bro, man. I like that. That was dope. I like that. I like that. That was dope. Put a knot on both y'all heads in all hundreds. Yeah, all that was dope. Had to tell you about my numbers since you always telling us about yours. Dope. I might edge this round to Mook. Now let me get through this a little bit faster. Might edge it to first. But the first, I feel like it's still close. I might edge it to Mook though. Hitman second. You're out of your league because you ain't got one. They carry you like a be more nigga. Die in Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. All that was dope. All that was dope to me. All that was dope. I feel like later in the round, he started to really cook, but he had some shit in between. He had some shit in between. You got the 21st, but I got the 21st century. That was dope. That was dope. Sober all my life, you gotta credit that. We crediting people for now getting sober. What about the people who've been sober the whole time? He's right about that. Gotta give him that. Hang my jersey with the Tesla's app, my electric performance, sorry. This right here, they borderline bias like Mexico. I like that. That was dope. That was dope. He had a dope second. The first was stronger, but the second wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was still pretty dope. But as I said, on both sides weren't that many haymakers. The impersonation and stuff like that Mook did, the little pockets he was getting into, those are hitting in the first. But he didn't throw a whole plethora of haymakers in that round either. So this second is good. You ain't smoked nothing since the foot, for those who know. That you pocket he got into, that was dope to me. I'm the one from St. Louis, but you're always in misery. That was dope. That was hard. That was hard. Second was cool. Second was cool. Stronger first. Second was still good though. Mook, his second, I like the way he started out with that old school reference from the Young Hot battle, letting us know that people do recite his bars, and he does have some quotables, and he does. He does. Gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. That blue marble granite bar, fire. fire. Rock him, get my check for my melody, fire. Fire, I like those, you know, I'm a DJ. Shout out to Rakim, shout out to Eric B. Dope. Dope. This round, I would more say a little bit more clear to Mook. But even then, I still think it was kind of close. I feel like his momentum kind of dropped a little bit, but he did have some fire though. That Poe Rich did that he said, how show out be like Poe, you the one who's rich. So he put it together, Poe Rich, that was fire. I like that. I like that. The holding him back, the whole show part when he was talking to Show, that whole thing was cool. Wasn't bad. Obviously not super direct, but it's not direct either because Hitman brings Show into a lot of the battles anyway. So it was good, it worked. It was good. I'm gonna give this round to Mook. But I still feel like that this round is not that far off either. I feel like the race is not over pretty much. It's like it's still close. If someone told me it was 1-1 going into the third, I wouldn't be mad at that. If you pick Hitman in the first, I'm not mad at that. This is a good round though. Another thing I liked with Mook in this round, the way he was able to see the mic issues and just grab the mic and just started going. And he ended his round like that. And he ended with a dope bar. That beat you half to death, impaired in one ear, beat him half to death. I like that. I like that. I like that. But it's a close battle so far. It's a close battle to me so far. This third now, this is where we started to see, as I said in the first with Hitman, when he did the light him while you're still holding the torch. Those flashes of old Hitman, that performance, that I said that people were probably expecting to see. You got a bit more of it in this third. I'm not gonna lie to you. You did get a little bit more in this third. The way he started the why you get expelled angle, it started off slow. Right? The little pocket he got into for a quick second, the last dollar winning the lottery, that little flow pocket he got into right there. Okay, we're getting there a little bit. The beat on your wife and started to go on more and more. The wife beater, chest shotgun bar. Okay, we're getting there. But when he gets to the paperwork, the 332, what happened at 332 in the paperwork? Now we start to see a little bit more of that charisma, the performance, the things that we know him to be. This is the closest thing to the man what that we got. This is the closest thing that we got. You filthy animal, all that was dope, entertaining. The way he led up into it, captivated you a little bit, grabbed you a little bit, pause. What the Ray Rice and all that was dope. The way he delivered it, he brought you into that story a little bit. The more he got into the paperwork more, the more you got a little bit more into it, and the more the reaction started to really pick up. His second half of this third is actually dope. Took a quick second to get there, but it got there. Definitely got there. One of the things that hit when he was talking to the wife, let a man beat on your kid that's not biologically yours. I'm gonna tell you why that's gonna hit. I've been told people this. The biggest nerd, the biggest geek, when it comes to their kids, might be the complete opposite on that day. That's gonna hit. Because anybody with kids and you hear someone putting hands on your seed that's biologically yours, chip lick, as we say. I mean, you might glitch. But anyway, that was hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. He picked up in this round. The look up your rent, because now I'm curious the way he delivered it. It was funny, it was entertaining. That was dope. This was a good round, low key. Help you with your rent, go get it. ended with a nice little throw some money in the air. And that's another thing. Because I was watching the shout out to New Era podcast and all that. One thing, I'm never gonna have a problem with people talking about money, even if I ain't got it. I don't got Hitman or Goods money, but I'm always been a fan of Goods and them talking money. And they've been talking money since forever. We ain't gonna start that now. We ain't starting that now. Goods has been talking money since I've seen him in Lions Den 15 years ago, 18 years ago, whatever it was. We ain't doing that. Hitman, talk your money. That might be inspiring people, for real. That might be inspiring people. I'm not against that. Talk your success, talk your money, all that. Especially in a battle. You're not like you're showing off on someone outside of it. It's in a battle. Make it entertaining, and that's what he did. So he throws the money up and all that. That was a dope round. That was a dope round. Mook's third. The cinnamon, how we starts the cinnamon, little quick some cinnamon scheme. Spoon and cinnamon, hard to swallow. That was cool. The I just dissed you. The way he used conceited name in it, I did like that part of it. But the rest of it, kind of dry. The dentist, heard you went to the dentist. The drilling and numb to feeling. I like that. That was dope. The Nichols Dams quarter, all as well. Fire to me. That was dope. I like that. I like that. Mook had a dope third too. Next time you see Holla, gonna be a hologram. That was dope too. When I heard him say the that sundown, that's like a throwback bar to me. Take 10 spaces, sundown, all that to me, kind of throwback to me. I like that. Put ARP out of business. This is a dope third too. Suppress the K. Sounds better than anything you could say. Dope. Dope. The whole problem with all that was dope too. This was a dope round by both of them. Dope round by both of them. Sellers to the addicts, built from ground up, that was fire too. That was fire too. They both had a dope third round. That was a dope third round. How do I call this battle? I'm not mad how anyone calls it. But right now, I think I got Mook. I got him the second. And I may have edged him the first. But I could go back and watch that first again and switch it up. That first round is close to me. That's where the battle really is, in my personal opinion. I thought Mook took the second, and Holla cleaned up so well in that third, I gave it to him. So I gave him the third. He cleaned up real good in that third. Those might have been some of the better moments of the battle. Outside of the impersonation, the remix that Mook did and stuff like that. But one thing was for sure, Mook was rapping. And I said this going into the battle. Mook is number 3 in delivery, or top 3, sorry. Top 3 in delivery, in my personal opinion. He might be 1. Rapping ability, same thing. So him having those things, I see not coming. I know Mook has that. I'm the one who said he actually has dope music out. And he's been, I'm talking from the mixtape era. He been had dope music out. That game joint that he had, Dream, listen to Mook's version of that. Fire. Listen to Mook's version of Dream. Fire. That's old shit. Him, Rex, and Ron Bounce, you did all that shit. I've been listening to it for years. But this is a battle. On that stage, I needed to see it. And in this battle, he showed a lot more. he showed a lot more. He actually did very, very well on this big stage. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mook did very well on this big stage battle right here. The other ones maybe not be so. This is the Geechee battle again. Which is the best one? The Geechee battle in this one. Kind of the twerk, but he lost the twerk. He lost the read. Iron wasn't that good. So if you're shooting 50-50 almost on big stage, this helps the percentage a little bit. He did good. As far as Hitman did well, but he needs to go back into how to bring back those stories, bring back his performance, and setting up those haymakers. Because we know he knows how to do that. That's what we needed to see. Old Hitman. A little bit more storytelling, even though, as I said, in that third, he took it there. He got it there. He cleaned up real good in that third to me. He really did. You got to see the flashes of old Hitman there. Jokes, bars, performance, good energy, all that was there. That's why I have to give him that third. So right now I got it Mook 2-1 in a close battle though. This ain't no body, ain't no 3-0 that everyone's talking about. This is not that. This is a close battle. A good battle. Did it live up to the hype? Kind of did, because Mook did what he's supposed to do on that big stage now. So that's going to create some hype because he did so well. So that's going to help a lot. Hitman had a dope third that people can go back to. So it was good. Overall, dope battle. I would say it kind of did. Overall, kind of did. It kind of did. Overall. Could have been better? Yes. As I said, they could have been throwing a little bit more haymakers in there. They had a lot of talking in there. I feel like they should have been throwing a few more punches in there, because they was talking. Could have been a few more bars on both sides, a few more haymakers on both sides, but overall, dope battle. Salute to both of them. I don't think anybody's stock goes anywhere after this battle. No one looks no way to me. I don't agree with any. Shout out to New Era Podcast again. I don't agree that he's on no losing streak. I don't agree with that at all, because I didn't have him losing to Hustle anyway. And I didn't have him losing to Geechee. I think those battles are debatable. Those are debatable. So Hitman is still not on a losing streak. The battle before that was Ill Will. That's the battle of the year. Nothing to talk about. But that's my opinion. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Dope battle. They both did good. As I said, the only thing lacking was a few more haymakers on both sides. That's it. I like the material that both of them brought. This is a good battle overall, in my personal opinion. Lived up to the hype for the most part. But that's just my opinion. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. DJ already won.